first camping trip of 2018. We have journeyed out to Bonham State Park. All right, first camping trip of 2018. Finally got the Vesta back from having the warranty work done on it. It's not raining. So we have journeyed out to Bonham State Park. Spent a couple of nights camping, hanging out, just having a good old time, doing what we do. We are in site number 7. It is a 30-50 amp water site. Now there's not a whole lot of full connection RV type sites here. You're actually looking at all of them right here. Well, that's it. And then there's a tent camping loop back up there. But we're not tent camping. It doesn't look like we're gonna have a whole lot of neighbors this weekend. So our campsite, side to side, is very level, but it most definitely slopes to the back. You see the back wheels are up off the ground. But we are right there by the water. Now the neighbors up the hill there have a little folded porta boat. I'm digging it, man. I might need to get me one of those. Have an aluminum table. Have the fire ring as well as charcoal grill, and then a place to put 2-burner gas stove, your camp stove. You may notice I have the Challenger with me today. The Triad is in Florida. It went to Florida without me. Had some issues on our Big Bend journey, and I communicated with Triad about it, and they're fixing it. Alrighty then. All right, we got everything in place. Camp is all set up. Went and did a preliminary scooter run on the Challenger. Standby scooter. Guess what? The lady up at the front office She's not ADA literate. She told me I could not operate this 3-wheel scooter in our park. You have to go talk to the park host. You got to talk to the park ranger. Bless her heart. I went and talked to the park ranger, and he said she means well. So anyway, park ranger and I had a good visit. He asked for some advice from somebody that has to have a mobility scooter to get around, because this park is not really ADA compliant. It was built by the CCC back before there was really any concern about the disabled. But anyway, so he and I had a good visit, and he flat out told me, he said, this park is not really ADA compliant. There's not a whole lot of places that you can access with your scooter, but you're free to access whatever you can. Well, sun is up. We've had our bacon and egg breakfast this morning, hanging out here at Bonham State Park. A couple kayakers out on the lake this morning. Man, it's just, everything is just soaked wet. You see the scooter's just covered in mud from, I went down to get on the fishing dock yesterday, and there's not a ADA compliant pathway, and from what the park ranger was telling me, he's restricted as to what he can do as far as improvements go, because it's a historical structure, so it may not ever be ADA compliant, according to what he was telling me. Anyway, spent some time this morning visiting with a neighbor. He and his missus are brand new to the RV scene. They just bought their travel trailer, and this is their first ever RV camping trip. They live close by. He said he slept better last night than he does at home. Must be working. We're gonna take a walk, and I use that term loosely today. A hobble. We're gonna take a hobble. Since the park is not exactly ADA friendly and I can't get to some of this stuff on the scooter, we're gonna go over here and take a look at the pavilion and the boat dock, fishing dock. Might ought to put on my rubber boots. As squishy as the ground is. I'm gonna play volleyball. Play volleyball, water polo, water volleyball. Park ranger was telling me yesterday about his frustrations because these structures were all built by the CCC. He can't really make any changes concrete. So unless you go off-road with your mobility device, you can't get to this pavilion. There's no scooter-friendly, wheelchair-friendly access points anywhere except going into the office. If anybody from the state's watching this, come on, get with the program. Looks like there's several good hiking trails. Gnarly Root, Boat Arc, Armadillo. there's the Lake Loop Trail. No fishing, swimming, diving, or jumping from the boat pier. Doesn't say anything about videotaping, videography. Does not say you can't take a GoPro out here. Canoes, kayaks, and john boat. Well, if I'd have known that, I'd have brought a trolling motor. Y'all doing any good? Couple? All right, so I came out here on the scooter last night, which is why the scooter's all covered in mud, because I had to go through that mud pile right there. So, all right, so coming out to Bonham State Park. This is a good park to go do some swimming, kayaking, hiking, and some fishing. It's not real ADA friendly. Just be aware of that. It looks like a good place to spend a summer afternoon when it's hot. All right, we're just hanging out here at Bonham State Park. Such a beautiful day. Got some burgers going on the gas grill. Well, BB's just standing guard, keeping an eye on things. The rest of the pack is inside. I don't know if you can see, but I made some adjustments to the screen. I put a piece of metal there so that the dogs wouldn't tear up the screen when other dogs go by. All right, I'm gonna go eat a burger. We're out here at Bonham State Park, hanging out March 3rd. What a beautiful day. Finally stopped raining, but everything out here is wet. Starting to dry out though, finally. Thought I'd take a little stroll over here. I know somebody is gonna be watching this video and they're gonna say, Bob, which is the best campsite? Well, they're all really close together out here, but in my personal opinion, if I had my druthers, I'd be setting up down here. I think it's number 12. There's not a whole lot of privacy in any of the sites, but number 12 seems to be the most private. There are tent sites right up there though. and still have water access. You have to cut across the back of site number 11, but that's all right. The site here on top of the hill is a good one too, but your view is all the other campers. So, one thing of note, if you're camping out here at Bonham State Park, it's 5 miles to Bonham. It's not too far. There is no park store. There's an administrative office where you check in, get your permit. They don't have bottled water. So make sure you bring plenty of stuff with you, or be prepared to drive 5 miles into Bonham. And that I could find, there's not any fish bait between here and Bonham. I actually had to go into Bonham to get firewood. So no firewood, no fish bait, no water, except what you connect to. No bottled water. I'm gonna have to get myself one of these right over here. Check this out. This is a portaboat. Alpha Series portaboat. That's just too cool. The lady who owns it, she's up on top of the hill. She says that she carries that on top of her Audi. Have to look into getting one of those portaboats since the termites got a hold and ate my little wooden boat. All right, well, I finally got the fire to burn. Finally got enough hot coal to keep it burning. Corn is done. Got some shrimp on the bobby for Yappy, because I'm gonna be eating a ribeye tonight. Ribeye tonight. Little BB's watching the neighbors. He's hanging out down there. I'm gonna put my ribeye on. One more shot at the dying sunset. End of the day. That wraps up our visit to Bonham State Park. Old BB and I are headed back to the house. We really hope that you have enjoyed what we have done. If you enjoyed it, give us one of those thumbs up. If, on the other hand, you thought it could use some improvement, well, give me one of those thumbs down. I'm okay with that. You're entitled to your own opinion. Most important, click on that subscribe button down there. We're driving for 9,000 subscribers this year, and you could sure help us get there. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate every view. Y'all come back now, you hear?